And as I look over, I can see the drill instructor turn about face and walk away. And all I can see is his back. And in front of me, this abyss starts to open up, this black hole, the blackest hole I've ever seen. And I feel myself getting sucked into this darkness of this abyss. And the great philosopher Nietzsche once said, if you find yourself staring into the abyss and you stare long enough, eventually the abyss will stare back. And what that means is when you're in that point in your life where you're depressed, where there's challenges, where you're not in a good place, the longer you're there, the harder it is to get out. And what that abyss for me was self-doubt, was the fact that I wasn't maybe working as hard as I could, was the fact that I did have it easy because every time I got challenged in school, I just went to a different school. I just was able to figure it out. And as I started to find myself in that pit, I realized the only way you can get out of that abyss is two things. Number one, you have to transform and change to stop what you got to get there. And number two is you have to rise up. You have to be elevated. You have to make a monumental change. And for me, as I got outside of that abyss and I cleared my eyes off, I became possessed. And I said, I'm gonna be the best Marine that ever was in the history of the Marine Corps. And from that point on, this transformational moment happened in my career where I became a great Marine. And it was because of having to go to the bottom. When you find yourself at that rock bottom, let the rock bottom be the foundation of the new castle that you're gonna build. A lot of you haven't had that opportunity yet in your life to have that crisis, but some of you may have. And rather than be embarrassed by it, rather hiding it, embrace it, honor it, love and cherish that challenge that you've had, because that's how you get stronger. Iron sharpens iron. You gotta build that rhino skin.